Module 22, Network Security Testing. Okay, in this module, we have two subtopics, which is network security testing and also network security testing tools. And objective of this module is describe the various techniques and tools for network security. Yeah. Okay. And then for the network security testing, these subtopics. So this subtopic will describe the technique used in network security testing. And for the next topic, which is network security testing tools. So this topic will describe the tools used in network security testing. 22.1 Network Security Testing Techniques. Operation Security. Operation Security starts with the planning and implementation process of a network. During this phase, the operation team analyze, design, identify risks and vulnerabilities, and makes the necessary adaptation. The actual operational tasks, begin after the network is set up and include the continual maintenance of the environment. Some security testing techniques are predominantly manual and others are highly automated, regardless of the type of testing. The staff that set up and conducts the security testing should have significant security and networking knowledge in these areas. Device hardening, firewall, IPS, operating system. IPS is interruptible power supply. And then operating system, basic programming, network protocol such as TCP/IP, and network vulnerabilities and risk mitigation. Testing and evaluating network security. During the implementation stage, security testing is conducted on specific parts of the network. After a network is fully integrated and operational, a security testing and evaluation, STNE, is performed. And STNE is an examination of the proactive measures that place on an operational framework. Objective of STNE include the following. First, uncover design, implementation, and operational flaws that could lead to the violation of the security policy. And next, determine the adequacy of security mechanism, assurances, and device property to enforce the security policy. Assess the degree of consistency between the system documentation and its implementation. Tests should be repeated periodically and whenever a change is made on the system. Type of network test. After a network is operational, ascertains its security status. Many security tests can be conducted to assess the operational status of the network, like penetration testing. Simulate attacks to determine the feasibility of an attack and possible consequences if one were to occur. And next, network scanning. Include software that can ping computers, scan for listening TCP ports, and display which type of resources are available on the network. And then for vulnerability scanning, detects potential weaknesses in the tested system. And next, password cracking, tests and detects weak password that should be changed. And log review, filter and review security log to detect abnormal activity. Integrity checkers, detects and report changes in the system. Virus detection, detects and remove computer viruses and other malware. Applying network test result. Network security testing result can be used in several ways. First, to define mitigation activity to address identify vulnerabilities. As a benchmark to trace the progress of an organization in meeting security requirements. And next, to assess the implementation status of system security requirement and to conduct cost and benefit analysis for improvement to network security. Next, to enhance other activities such as risk assessment, certification, and authorization, CA, and performance improvement efforts. And finally, as a reference point for correction action. 22.2 regarding network security testing tools. Okay, network testing tools. There are many tools available to test the security of system and network. Some of these tools are open source, while others are commercial tools that require licensing. Various software tools can be used to perform network testing, including Nmap or Zenmap. This discovers computers and services on the computer network, thus creating a map of the network. And then we got SuperScan, designed to detect Open TCP and UDP port, determine what services are running on those ports, and to run queries such as whois, ping, traceroute, and also hostname lookup. SIEM, Security Information Event Management, used in enterprise organization to provide real-time reporting and long-term analysis of security events. GFI LANguard. So what is this? This is a network and security scanner which detect vulnerabilities. And next, tripwire. Tripwire means assesses and validate IT configuration. Nessus vulnerability scanning software focus on remote access, misconfiguration, and DOS against the TCP stack. Next, LOP crack, password auditing and recovery application. And next, Metasploit provide information about vulnerabilities and aids in penetrating testing and IDS signature development. Nmap Zenmap. Nmap is a commonly used low-level scanner that is available to the public. So it has an array of excellent features. Okay. The basic functionality of Nmap allows the user to accomplish several tasks as follows. Classic TCP and UDP port scanning. So these searches are for different services on one host. For next functionality, classic TCP and UDP port sweeping. These searches for the same services on multiple hosts. For the still TCP and UDP port scan and sweep, yeah. So this function is similar to a classic scan and sweep, but harder to detect by the target host or IPS. And next, remote operating system identification. So this function is also known as OS fingerprinting. Advanced feature of Nmap include protocol scanning known as layer 3 port scanning. All right. Okay, I want to make some announcement about the correction. IPS is intrusion, intrusion prevention. Yeah, intrusion prevention system. Okay, not interruptible power supply. Yeah, intrusion prevention system (IPS). Okay, so IDS intrusion detection systems. So IPS stand for interruption. Yeah, intrusion prevention system. Intrusion prevention system. Yeah, intrusion prevention system. All right, please take note. Okay, SuperScan. SuperScan is a Microsoft Windows port scanning tool. It runs on most versions of Windows and require administrator privileges. SuperScan version 4 has a number of useful features like adjustable scanning speed, support for unlimited IP range, improved host detection using ICMP method, TCP scanning, UDP scanning, simple of HTML generation, report generation, source port scanning, fast host name resolution, extensive banner grabbing capabilities, massive built-in port list description database, IP and port scan order, randomization, a selection of useful tools such as ping, traceroute, and whois, and finally extensive Windows host enumeration capabilities. SIEM, Security Information Events Management, or SIEM, is a technology used in enterprise organization to provide real-time reporting and long-term analysis of security event. SIEM combines the essential function of SIM and also SEM to provide forensic analysis, correlations, aggregation, including retention. For forensic analysis, this ability to search log and event records from sources throughout the organization provides more complete information for forensic analysis. For correlation, examine logs and event from this disparate system. Okay. Disparate system of application, speeding detection of and reaction to security threats. Aggregation, it reduce the volume of event data by consolidating duplicate event records. And for reporting, present the correlated and aggregated event data in real-time monitoring and long-term summaries. All right. All right. Okay, SIM provide details on the source of suspicious activity, including user information like name, authentication, status, location, authorization group, quarantine status, and device information like device information, for example, manufacturer, model, OS version, MAC address, network connection method, and also location. And for the next, for regarding posture deformation like device compliant with corporate security policy, antivirus version, OS patches compliant with mobile device management policy. So these are the detail on the source of suspicious activity. Yeah. 2.23 network security testing summary. Okay, what did I learn in this module? So operation security, yeah, starts with the planning and implementation process of a network. The staff that set up and conducts the security testing should have significant security and networking knowledge in this area, such as device hardening, firewall, IPS intrusion prevention system, IPS, operating system, basic programming, networking protocols such as TCP, IP, and network vulnerabilities and risk mitigation. Many security tests can be conducted to assess the operational status of the network and include penetration testing, network scanning, vulnerability scanning, password cracking, log review, integrity checkers, and also virus detection. There are many tools available to test the security of system and network, yeah, including Nmap, Zenmap. We got SuperScan, SIEM, GFI, LANguard, Triple Wire, Nessus, LOP, HTCrack, and Metasploit, and many more. Yeah. So Nmap and Zenmap is a graphical front end and are commonly used and free low-level scanner. SuperScan is also free, a free Microsoft window for scanning tools. Yeah. Security information event management, which is SIEM, is a technology used in enterprise organization to provide real-time reporting and long-term analysis of security event. SIEM provides correlation, aggregation, forensic analysis, and finally retention. Okay, here are the terms that we have been listening before, yeah, in this module. All right, that's all.